What's his name?
That is his name, sir. Asshole. Major asshole.
And his cousin?
He's an asshole too, sir. Gun is made first class Philip Asshole.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
Go!
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of 3 Geeks Flix. Joining me, not as always, is of course Eurie, who we've all seen before, and then of course the Muse, Justin Kyle. Would you both say hello everybody?
Hello everybody.
There we go.
Oh,
I wanted in unison, thank you. And of course I am the Tech Mitchell Wright, but who cares? What we've got for you here today on another Geek Speek is we are giving you our review, plus Eurie was kind enough to join us, of Suicide Squad. Now, the formula of all of this is generally we talk about cast, sound, blah, 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 blah. Well, we're pretty much just going to give you opinions tonight that we have, but I am going to go through the cast for those of you that do not remember or for some reason lived under a rock throughout this whole thing. It is directed by David Ayer. Will Smith was Deadshot. Of course, Jai Courtney was Captain Boomerang. And then you have Viola Davis as Amanda Waller. Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, who could forget. Jared Leto as the Joker. Going down the list, because none of this is in order, Jay Hernandez was Diablo. Ezra Miller made a cameo as the Flash. Andwale, whatever his name is Killer Croc. I can't do it again a second time. I just can't. Cara Delevingne was June Moon, or Enchantress, and Joel Kinnaman was Rick Flag. And then you had a brief, and this kind of frustrated me, but a brief glimpse of Adam Beach as Slipknot before he was stupidly killed, and Karen Fukuhara as Katana. And if I missed anybody other than, of course, Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne, sorry. Didn't have enough screen time for me to really remember him. So, given that, and as it was, Eurie was kind enough to let the Muse go first. So, as I always do, Justin, give it to me. What you got?
You know, this is tough. This is I've been waiting for this moment in time for a while now. I have a lot to say about this. I'll try to keep it short. I had fun at some parts with this movie, but I think overall, you know, when you're looking back at the trailers, do I think it delivered on what the trailers promised? No. Do I see criticisms of both sides? It seems just like their MO so far, DC, it seems kind of polarizing. It seems like a lot of people either really didn't like it or a lot of people loved it. Right. So I'm kind of in the middle. I see both sides to it. I did have some fun with it, but towards the end, I guess spoiler warning, we are going to talk about spoilers. Towards the end of it, I thought there were some parts that was absolutely ridiculous. You know, the acting was good, the action was good, the action was okay. The soundtrack, I don't think anyone's gonna talk bad about the soundtrack. Maybe not how it was used, but overall, it was okay. It was okay. Did it live up to the hype of the trailers? I would say absolutely no, because those trailers were awesome.
Absolutely. All right, Eurie, you're up.
Just picking up where he left off, the trailers were probably better than the movie itself. It left me bored. I actually was bored through the whole movie. I mean, I wasn't counting the tiles in the ceiling board, but pretty close. It didn't live up to anything. I don't know. It just was awful. I really wouldn't watch it again. I hate to say that. I really wouldn't watch it again.
Do you even know what you just said?
Gonna be when it comes on TV. I'm gonna turn it on to have background noise and be playing Candy Crush on my phone before I watch that movie again. I was not happy with it.
Would you like some aloe vera? Because you just got burned.
Would you like some aloe vera?
Ouch.
I mean, it was. Yeah, it was awful. Yeah, Adam Beach wasn't. I don't even know why they bothered putting him on the cover of anything because that was a joke. Harley Quinn did okay. Joker, I don't know. I would have to probably see more from Jared Leto-ish, maybe. I don't even know about that. Trying to think. Will Smith did pretty good. You could see he had gone through a lot of training for this movie, and it showed in how he handled himself in the movie. But past that, I really wasn't impressed with anybody at all.
Okay. Picking up from where you all left off, I enjoyed this movie up into the last half. Up into the part to where they left the bar. If they would have stopped the movie at the bar, where they were all sitting and talking before they had that motivational pep talk, the old Phil Jackson triangle, yeah. I would have been okay. It wouldn't have been an amazing movie. It wouldn't have been just a fantastic movie. But it would have been a good movie. It would have been okay. That final act with the Enchantress was so over the top, so CGI, and obviously CGI, especially with her brother, that at first it really didn't bother me that much, but the more and more I sat and thought about it, it kind of pissed me off.
What did you say?
That, you put all this time and this effort into this, and then you finish it. Now, I thought it was cool to finally see El Diablo become what he was, what he could be in the comics, but they held him back way too long. And that kind of pissed me off as well, too. And then, of course, like you said, Eurie, the Adam Beach part. What the crap was the point of even having him in the damn movie? It was like he was a damn moron.
Yeah. It's
like, really? Really? And quite frankly, the package, I mean, yeah, okay, yeah, Amanda Waller wanted to get out of there and everything, and that twist to the fact was, it was okay, but it really wasn't mind-blowing. I was hoping for like a third party they were trying to pull out or something like that, and not necessarily her. But they promise so much, and they deliver, but they deliver so little of what they show. And quite frankly, Will Smith, yes, he did a great job. He did a good job. I'm not going to say great, but he did a good job. And yes, he did train, and it showed. He got himself ready for this movie. Margot Robbie was fantastic. I loved her as Harley Quinn. I want to see more of her as Harley Quinn. The rest of the cast did fine. I actually liked Jai Courtney as Boomerang. I thought he was just this nut. I thought he played him well. I wish I could have seen more of him. El Diablo, they slow played him a little too much, but I understand it. They humanized him, and that's fine and everything. But to burn bright and then just flicker out at the end like that really kind of bummed me out. Andwale, some people are like, I don't know about him as a Croc. I think he did fine. He's supposed to be a big, quiet, menacing guy. He had a few funny jabs in there in the end, and that's fine. That's what he had to do. Leto, they cut out like 30 minutes of his screen time. 30 minutes of stuff we were supposed to see. And, the bar scene with Harley and Common, screw that scene. I don't put that scene. It's not that it was bad or anything, but it just didn't fit. It didn't really show the insanity of it. What happened to that scene where they're at the semi? And Harley shoots the guy. I mean, give me more of that. Show me more of that dynamic. I give a crap if she tries to give a lap dance to Common and he says no, and they shoot him. Screw that guy. I can't believe you even agreed to do that part. Give it to some asshat that doesn't have an acting career. So I mean, I think there were a lot of opportunities wasted.
Yeah,
and that is the biggest thing that aggravates me about this whole thing. Wasted opportunities. Wasted opportunities are what caused this movie, and it wasn't. It was, yeah. A lot of people think it's awful and everything. It wasn't just god awful horrible, but it wasn't just great like it was supposed to be. It was just kind of. It was okay up until the end, and the end made it just where it was like it pissed me off. So, broken promises, DC. Fix it in Justice League.
Yeah, everybody was expecting, after they came out of that movie, to just be blown away and just be super excited about what was to come next. And I think everybody left going, well, that was retarded. Why did I waste all that time and effort researching, standing in line for tickets, whatever they did, and for them to hand them the equivalent to a Bring It On movie is kind of awful. And
the highlights for me are when the Joker and Harley were interacting and the Joker was on screen, quite frankly, because, yes, I'm a Leto fanboy, I'll let it be known. But they really didn't give him hardly any time to shine. It's kind of like they tricked him into doing the movie like he said he felt like he was.
Yeah. That's how it felt. It just was... I want to see more? Kind of did, but because I don't know now. They minimized
his character way too much. And yeah, I know he was supposed to be this interloper, but you know what? They teased him so much into this to have such a small role. I hope to God that Ben Affleck takes him up on his offer, and of course takes Margot Robbie up on their offer, brings them into the fold, and lets this flower bloom.
Hallelujah! Holy shit!
That's all I've got to say. Broken promises.
Yeah, I agree. Justin? You're awfully quiet over there.
I'm just listening. I'm soaking it in. So, from what Jared Leto's saying, is there's enough Joker footage to make an entire Joker movie.
Yes.
And it's interesting. I said I'm somewhere in the middle because I'm kind of like, I feel like overall it was lukewarm, but I think what's disappointing was I'm not really aggravated because it was lukewarm. I'm aggravated because it didn't live up near to the expectations. There's kind of a difference. You can see a movie and then it'd be like, it was okay. But if you see a movie that it was okay, but it was supposed to be awesome due to the promises and all the hype and everything, it actually pushes it down a little bit more than just okay because of that. Expectation is a lot. Presentation is everything in Hollywood. So what I've seen so far from the Warner Brothers as a studio is I think they are making terrible decisions as far as the executive producers. They've been reactionary almost every single movie in between. And even after Batman v Superman, we heard about the massive reshoots. It was like 6 weeks of reshoots. And I kind of tried to rationalize that by saying every big budget movie requires reshoots, but then all this other stuff came out, like David Ayers, and then they had the actual people that made the trailers do an entire different cut of the movie, and that was actually a fact. They weren't making that up because David Ayers commented on it, and it's just it makes me feel like they have no idea what they're doing overall as a whole. And even with Justice League, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I'm saying being reactionary as a concept is not really the best strategy, because even now they're reactionary. Look, and they've actually done that with the Justice League. They are making it lighter and darker. So it's just kind of worrisome, because the Batman v Superman, excluding the one trailer that we won't talk about, all of the other trailers have been really, really good on that as well.
Yeah.
The
Man of Steel trailers were amazing.
Oh, I cried.
I'm so ashamed.
I'm not going to kid you.
So what I'm more disappointed in and aggravated is the overall universe in the studio and the decisions they're making moving forward. At this point, I'm kind of like, I'm almost at the point of indifference, really, if I'm being honest.
Well, and quite frankly, DC, you need to do what Marvel has done. You've got the people that covet it, covet the comics, covet the idea. Let them come in and let them aid you in steering this in the right direction, because this isn't just every other book or movie that you could take and chop up to your liking and let it crap millions of dollars. And yes, Suicide Squad has done well. It has done well in the theaters. People have gone to see it, and it's
Yes,
right. And it's right. If you watch it up into the bar scene to where they leave, it is a good movie. But after that, it just fails. Minus, of course, the whole Slipknot barely in there thing and not enough Joker. It's not a horrible movie until you get to that final third act to where it does nothing but piss me off in 3 different colors.
Great Scott!
And that's all I got to say about that.
I think for me, it was the whole storyline of the movie. You realize there would have been no Suicide Squad movie had Viola Davis's character, Amanda Waller, not put together the Suicide Squad to begin with. I mean, if you think about it, because the whole point is Enchantress got pissed off, and because they were getting forced to work for him, and so she rebels, and then that's the whole premise of the movie, is now having to stop Enchantress. Can't even talk tonight. But it's just, if it wasn't for Viola Davis's Amanda Waller, character, there would be no Suicide Squad movie. And I think they could have done something way better with that whole storyline instead of just pissing people off.
I think the biggest mistake is, the story points. We're talking about how at the end was just ridiculous. I wouldn't have had Enchantress as the villain to begin with. I think that was a huge mistake. I agree. Really. I think there's a lot better ways they could have done the story. And David Ayer, it's rumored that he was hired on by the studio, and they had him write this as well. He only had a deadline of 6 weeks to write this, which it's not good. That's not very good at all. And I think it showed.
Yep.
It did show.
It did. All right. Well, given all those opinions, Justin, Eurie, I'm going to let you go first. What's your number? 1 through 10.
5 is pushing it. I'm going to go with 5.
5.
That's pushing it.
5. A very generous 5 from Eurie.
Yeah, very generous 5.
Muse?
Okay, so I gave Batman v Superman a 5, if I remember correctly. I think I gave it a 5. And then I think afterwards, Mitchell, we had a conversation after we filmed that episode, and I got more and more angry the more I thought about the movie.
Yeah.
So if I remember correctly, in a private conversation, I think I said it's officially a 4.
4.5. 4.5.
I'm pretty sure. I was not as pissed off about this as I was Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Batman v Superman hurt my soul. This was just, it was lukewarm. So I don't really feel like it's right that I give it a, the same score as Batman v Superman. I'll probably go with a 5.5.
5.5 from the Muse.
Yeah.
Okay.
5.5.
5.5. Given that I felt fairly decently about the first half of it, and I'm generally the lighthearted one on all of this and everything, it's a 6. I'll give it a 6 because you take out that third act, and I might be able to give it a 7. But given that third act, it's dropped it a whole point, and almost dropped it to. I was almost a 5. I was almost right there with Eurie. But I really have some hope with the performances by Margot Robbie and Will Smith and Jared Leto, and I really hope that they take those, and Jai Courtney, and they take them into the universe and they add them in, maybe like Jai Courtney to like the Flash universe, Margot Robbie and of course Jared Leto into the Batman universe. And are you kidding me? That's probably going to show up in the video. I'm sorry, my virus software just popped up on everybody's face. Enjoy that, folks. There's an outtake. Everything should be off, and yet that jumped up. Why, I don't know.
That's okay. We're rusty.
Oh yeah. And I can actually start that over almost again, but they had a lot of opportunity that they missed, and you let me down. And you've got one more chance to... Well, you've actually got 2 more chances here. You got 2 more chances to really bring this out of the ashes and into the light and let it be reborn and become the Phoenix it should be.
Boy.
So, make it happen on Wonder Woman and keep it classy on Justice League. That's all I can tell you.
That escalated quickly.
Very well put.
Yeah.
Captain Metaphor here tonight. Sorry. Had a lot of Mucinex. Been in the car a lot, you know. But no, other than that, anything else to add?
No, it's not worth it.
The Muse? Eurie's pretty blunt.
Yes, she is. She's very blunt. I did want to say one thing. Now, we were talking about the club scene earlier with Common. You know, that was probably... I've heard a lot of people talking crap about that scene, but really, one of my favorite parts of the movie is in that scene when Harley Quinn, I guess, sits on Common's laps, and it shows the Joker's face. And, man, he scared me. Like, he looks like he was about to eat that guy alive. Just his face. It wasn't really anything that he said. In fact, his accent was okay, you know. But sometimes he had this look that I was thinking, and then afterwards, when we saw all the cuts and Jared Leto saying that they cut all his movie, I really wanted to see more of that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. It was like a glimmer of what could have potentially been a great performance.
And quite frankly, they could have just cut all the Suicide Squad crap and just made a Batman, Joker, Harley movie.
You know what? I've been thinking about this. This is what I feel like they should have done. They should have, instead of making Batman v Superman, the next movie they should have made was just a Batman movie with him versus the Joker. And then after that, if they then wanted to make Batman v Superman, why couldn't they have just done that in the third movie?
Yeah.
Like, that was the biggest concern, was they had way too much going on in that movie.
Yeah, man. I mean, that was almost one of the perils in this, is that you kept changing from act to focus, from thing to thing. And, I mean, it flowed a lot better than Batman v Superman. But it you know, more broken promises.
Right.
That's what I keep saying. Anything
We're all
else?
very disappointed with things.
Yes. Anything else, Justin? I know Eurie said she's done.
That's it.
Okay, well, now that we brought you all down and maybe pissed a few people off, David Ayer, sorry, should have fixed it when you could have.
Sorry, not.
That's right. Check us out on Facebook, 3 Geeks Flix. Give us a like, troll us, holler at us. We're on Twitter. Give us a follow. If you're no longer hip to the old people Facebook, we got that Twitter for you youngins. But of course, stay in contact with us, because like Eurie does, you could be on a show which is on YouTube. Follow us, or whatever they call it. Subscribe. Yes, we are rusty. Yes, I'm tired. And it was a 12-hour day, and I'm still here for you, the people, to really not do a thing. I could give a shit.
You ought not talk that way. You just a boy.
No, I'm just kidding. That's the sleep.
I was curious how you were going to finish that sentence. I was waiting for it. And you didn't let us down.
No, that's the sleeplessness. I love you all. I'm serious. All right. But other than that, I want to thank Eurie again for joining in, even though she knew that she was just going to have to let it all out. We appreciate you. It's good to have you on.
Let off that.
That's right. Just had to get it out.
Get it out.
And then Justin, who is contractually obligated to be here. Thank you again.
You're welcome.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
And of course,
you for gracing Justin.
What'd she say?
She says thank you for gracing us with your presence again, Justin.
No, thank you, Eurie. Thank you.
All right.
And as always, always keeping us on point.
Oh, you know, I feel like I've definitely got to dust off the cobwebs. The gray is showing. The gray is definitely showing tonight. But all right, folks. Well, again, appreciate y'all sticking around. And as I always say, stay tuned to the glow of those monitors, because we're gonna catch you next time. Good night.
You did a great job the last time. I gotta say, I was highly impressed.
Well, I hope I don't disappoint. I raised the bar too high, apparently.
Don't let him kiss your ass. He wants money.
I'll kiss whoever's ass I want.
I certainly feel uncomfortable in this conversation. Oop, I need to move the cursor. Yes, Justin, I moved the cursor.
Yes.
Yes. Generally. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I'll just talk about cast and crew and all that good stuff. I won't talk about crew because nobody really cares about them.
How are you going to pronounce the Killer Croc's name?
Andwale Akinya. Andwale Akinyoe Ahibahe.
Sounds great to me.
Sounds perfect. I feel real rusty. Just throwing that out there. So.
I feel fine. Okay.
Alright, here we go.
Huh? Justin? Why is that door cracked again? Do you have someone staying in there?
Maybe.
Justin does have the personality for a serial killer.
Opposed to somebody being kidnapped?
Hey, we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to do it.
I love how he just ignores us.
Just changes the subject.